Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a quick journal cover using map and magazine cover. I have used magazine cover to make a lot of journal cover, and I haven't tried to make the cover from map. Recently I got a lot of vintaging maps. It's pretty good size and I can just trim and make them into cover, and I use technique that is pretty simple for everyone to follow. Sometimes we just want to make a quick easy journal to give away or whatever, and doesn't need to spend too much time making it. Yes, we can do it in different way, but sometimes it's just easier to make a shortcut or cheating, as I say. Yeah, it's cheating anyway, but whatever, it works. The beauty of it is it worked perfectly. Okay, so I apply glue. Doesn't need to cover everywhere. I just need to hold it. Okay, make sure it folded nice and straight. Okay, and then you just need to fold it in. And because some paper, like the vintage paper, are a bit more fragile, so you can see there's a bit of like going to tear on the edge, which is fine because we're going to reinforce that. I don't trim the corner because I don't think it's necessary. If it's stuck out, I just fold it in like that. Because if you trim the corner and if you don't glue correctly, then it will come off. And it's more easy to tear. Okay, so this part, you can either glue this with double-sided tape, or you can use masking tape to glue it down, or you can use glue. Because it's quick and easy, I prefer to use tape, either double-sided tape or masking tape. Okay, this helps to reinforce the binding, and also glue these two bits down, so when you glue the whole thing is easier. Sometimes if the tabs go over the edge, merely simply just trim them. I always do the shorter side because the longer side is a bit hard to handle if the tab doesn't place in the correct place. So see, you can see the shorter edge, or glue down 3 points of the longer side. So when you glue the longer side, it will be easier. I like using masking tape instead of double side tape. The masking tape is stronger and it provide additional reinforce. Double side tabs, I know sometimes it will seep through. Sometimes the glue, you know, when your thing's been used for a while, the glue might come off. It's not will, but might come off. A lot of people mention that. Also, it might seep through the paper. I watched Natasha's treasure book, and she mentioned that. I'm not quite sure whether it's exactly the case. I haven't used double side tape a lot, so I didn't know if it's seep through or not. Let's assume that it will, so we just use less of it. Okay, so at this stage I want to reinforce the edge, but this is not necessary if your paper is new and strong. I do this because I know the paper is old, it's a bit fragile, so I do this bit to just in case, and also it looks good. It has a bit of decoration. I have this tabs from my daughters. You know, you can get this type of tabs from Kmart for pretty cheap price. Children will use some of them, but the things that they don't like, they won't use, and mommy will use that. Nothing go to waste. Apart from reinforce, I rarely use the tab. I don't know why. It's just personal preference. If I can use glue, then I probably just too lazy to get the tabs. Okay, so it's pretty much done. I probably can add one here, the spine. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so I need to add paper to cover the inside. Let's see, it doesn't need a thick paper, because if it's too thick, when you fold over, it will create some bubble. Trim over the bit. Oops. That means the knife became a bit blurred and I need to use the new blade. I'll show you how to do that, which is really easy. So like that, you use a plier and snap and it come off. And make sure the sharp things go into a bottles or any container so you can dispose it responsibly, because you don't want people to get hurt when they're sorting your rubbish. So let me fold over it. So like that. Okay, I got a lot of like errors. I got a lot of lessons doing this bit, and when I don't glue it down properly, there will be bubble here. So I like to do it more carefully. I would do one side first and the other side later, so make sure it's nice and clear here. Okay, so you can use glue and you can use double-sided tape. Let's say we use glue. Nice and smooth. Spread it in one direction, and you can use the ruler to help to do this bit, and make sure the paper go to the spine nice and smooth. You see there's a bubbling, but doesn't matter because we're going to ease that out. When you do one side, you still have like chance to fix that. That's because the underneath is not flat. If it's not flat, then it will affect the other layer. So like that, make sure you glue it down. Do this. Okay. I think the whole process when it comes to this part is more tricky because the bubble here, but it's fine, it's not that bad. So before I glue these bits, I would like to put in things to hold the tie, the closer, and you can use buttons or anything that can hold on here. And I'm going to use threads that from my daughter's craft. I recently actively using a lot of stuff from my daughter because, you know, they're floating. I don't want it to go to waste, but yeah. So for journal of this size, I might just adding a small bread. This has been used, so that's why it's a bit not right, but no problem, we can reuse that. See, and you will decide, oh, I think this color is too insignificant, maybe this one. Okay, eyeball it, use a needle to go through. If the hole is not big enough, just use things that bigger to go through it. See, it's easy. Okay, this method is super easy because I don't need to put on too many things, you know, wines and buttons, and you can just reinforce with masking tape. So now we can glue this side down. Make sure there's enough glue to go here. You don't want a bubble. You don't want a bubble. You know, when you're doing the same craft for a long time, then you really aim for perfection. You don't want anything wrong, any imperfections in your craft. So that's why we have to be extra careful. But sometimes if you make mistake, then just let go. It's not that significant, and usually people won't know, and especially people don't know your trades, they will thought, oh, it's nice anyway. Anyway, you have your own standard. Okay, nice and flat. Now there's a bit that you can just, if you use cloth and wide it and then leave part of fiber, that means it's time to get rid of the cloth and use a new one because the piece is coming off. I always use fibers that I don't like to wipe the glue down. See, this is more flat, and I'll show you example if it's not glued it properly. Okay, this is the same same style that I make before. When I make when I glue the inside paper down, I do it in one go, so that's the bubbling here. It's not absolutely flat, so I cover it with fibers so it won't look that bad. So see that the bubbling, you can see that, but it's acceptable. So I learned from the mistake, and I be extra careful when I do this one. And here we go. It's not that bad, isn't it? Yeah. So this is quick and easy way to do the cover, and you can tie things here. For example, this one, you tie it here. Just be careful because it is a bit tight. here we go. You are able to hide this. I do a double knock. Just make sure it won't come off when you wrap around the journal. You can leave these bits here, or you can trim that off. I will just leave it here. So you wrap around, and then and then you can wrap around so the journal won't come off. So like that. I hope you enjoy today's tutorial and make tons of journals. And I will see you next time. Bye.